It started with a single transaction. No alarms, no flashing warnings, just Bitcoin, quietly moving out of a wallet. By the time anyone realized what was happening, over 4,000 Bitcoin was gone, worth more than $200 million. And at the center of it all, a man named Malone Lam. This wasn't a traditional hack. No code was broken. No blockchain was compromised. Bitcoin itself was working exactly as it was designed to. Instead, this was something much simpler and much more dangerous, because it didn't attack the system. It attacked the person using it. The victim wasn't random. They were a high-value crypto holder, someone holding a significant amount of Bitcoin, which made them a target, not because of weakness in technology, but because of access. In crypto, ownership isn't tied to your name. It's tied to your keys. And if someone gets access to those, they control everything. According to prosecutors, the method used was social engineering, not hacking in the traditional sense, but manipulation, gaining trust, creating pressure, convincing the victim to give up just enough information to open the door. And once that door opened, the money moved. More than 4,100 Bitcoin transferred out of the wallet in minutes. Irreversible. No bank to call, no fraud department, no undo button, just a transaction recorded permanently on the blockchain. But stealing the Bitcoin was only the beginning, because now came the real challenge. How do you move hundreds of millions of dollars without getting caught? Every Bitcoin transaction is public. Anyone can see it, which means moving that kind of money leaves a trail. So instead of moving it in one place, the funds were allegedly split, broken into smaller pieces, moved across multiple wallets, sent through layers of transactions designed to make tracking more difficult. This process is known as laundering, not to make the money disappear, but to make the origin harder to follow. But here's what most people misunderstand about crypto. It's not invisible. It's transparent. Every movement leaves data. And over time, that data starts to connect. Investigators began tracking the flow, wallet to wallet, transaction to transaction. Patterns started forming. And when those patterns are combined with real-world data, things begin to unravel. And then came the next mistake. Because moving money is one thing, spending it is another. According to reports, the funds didn't just sit still. They were used. Luxury purchases, travel, high-value assets, the kind of spending that attracts attention. And that's where many cases like this begin to collapse. Because while crypto can be moved across borders instantly, turning it into real-world value creates visibility, especially when exchanges, platforms, and regulators are watching. The investigation expanded. What initially looked like a single incident became something much bigger. Authorities began identifying additional individuals connected to the activity, people involved in moving funds, helping obscure transactions, or assisting in the operation. At that point, this wasn't just a theft case anymore. It became a conspiracy, and that changes everything. Because once multiple people are involved, the legal consequences escalate quickly. Eventually, arrests were made, and what started as a single transfer of Bitcoin turned into a large-scale case involving hundreds of millions of dollars and multiple defendants. But the real story here isn't just about Malone Lam. It's about how this happened in the first place. Because the biggest vulnerability in crypto isn't the technology. It's access. It's human behavior. It's the moment someone lets their guard down. And at the same time, this case reveals something else. Something a lot of people get wrong. Crypto isn't untraceable. It's one of the most transparent financial systems ever created. Every transaction is recorded. Every movement leaves a trail. And given enough time, those trails can be followed. So while crypto creates freedom, it also creates responsibility. Because once a transaction is made, there's no going back. If you found this breakdown interesting, drop a like so more people understand what's really happening behind the scenes in crypto. And if you want more stories like this, Real cases, real data, real insights. Subscribe. This is Golden Bull, and I'll see you in the next one.